Okay, everybody, this is what we've been waiting for. Welcome to the booth here on Bowl TV, Mr. Adam AJ Johnson. Nice bowling today, man.
Thank you, appreciate it. I feel like a good bowler. You guys welcome me back into the booth, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, you kind of blend in with the backdrop, though. I gotta
It's
say,
cool Team USA jerseys we got. So
yeah, yeah. So AJ, take us through a little bit about how you attack this lane pattern, and really demanding the scores this morning. If you were watching, 7 people plus. And then you were able to come out here and actually lead for the day. But you had a big score. You had a big number out there, and you kind of went down there towards the end of the day. So take us kind of through what you saw from the lane pattern.
yeah, no, it's definitely demanding. You definitely got to make shots, and you got to stick to your game plan, and you got to commit, which is what I did all day today. I put together a game plan with our guys Brett, Nick, and Lowshetter, and it worked out really well. My goal the first 3 games was to try to get a really good feel because, as we know, the bracket is 3 games total pin. So I really wanted to make sure that I had a good look for those first 3 games. And that was where I got all my score. I caught a little bit of transition in game 4, made a couple bad shots, and then I had a really good game going in the last one, and then threw one that I thought was pretty good, and it split in the 10th, and that just shows that how tough this pattern is. You think some shots are pretty good, and then you end up with not the result that you want. But we got a long way to go. This is a long tournament, long format. As everybody knows, the tournament doesn't start until that bracket's filled out. So I'm just trying to commit to the game plan, just trying to make good shots and bowl as best as I possibly can.
You've led this thing before. I mean, you've bowled for the title in this event. What does this event mean to you, and what would it be like? A lot of work to be done, obviously, but what would it be like if you were able to bowl Sunday for this title?
Everything. I've got 6 or 7 second place finishes on the tour for a title. One overseas that fortunately doesn't count for a title, but I mean everything. I love this tournament. It's a major, so to have that that first one be a major would be pretty special. Golf has their Masters and we have our Masters. I know everybody talks about the U.S. Open, and don't get me wrong, the U.S. Open is probably one of the most on everyone's radar as far as mine as well. But the Masters has a different feel too. You bowl your qualifying and you get to that bracket, and it's a whole new tournament. So there's a lot of games and a lot of good bowling to be had to get to that show and to hold that trophy at the end. So it would mean the absolute world. But like I said, just focusing on tomorrow and continuing this path and keep making good shots and making sure that game plan stays intact.
You and Belmo are pretty good buddies. I talked to you guys yesterday and put you in my vlog I put out. What's it like bowling with Belmo down there?
Oh, it's great. I mean, you bowl with the best player in the world, and he makes you better. And I enjoy bowling with him. Him and I get along great. Actually, he was one of the only people to give me a phone call when I won overseas, and it was pretty special. You don't expect that from somebody like himself, but for him to take the time out to do that, it meant something. So getting across with him and getting to kind of talk here and there, we're competitors, and we try to bowl as best we can. So we don't have too many conversations back and forth, but when we do, it's always good. It's always lighthearted, and actually we talked before we started today and kind of put together a game plan of how we wanted to break down our first 2 pairs, and it worked out. And it was pretty cool. The 2 of us, that we could have that conversation and do that. I would say not many people out here would have that conversation with one another because we are bowling for ourselves. So that's cool. I enjoy bowling with him. He's a good dude, and I hope that we can continue that for the rest of the week.
Well, you and I have a good relationship, and I appreciate you spending a little bit of time. You've only got so much time that you're allowed in the building, so I'm going to let you go. But because I'm flying here solo, I thought maybe you could take us off the air and maybe deliver a little something like, join us tomorrow on Bowl TV for continuing coverage of the USBC Masters at 8 a.m. And we'll see you tomorrow, everybody. You want to take everybody off the air?
I mean, I feel like you just did a pretty good job of that, but yeah, hey, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. We'll look forward to seeing you guys right here on Bowl TV at 8 a.m. Tomorrow morning, and look forward to some good bowling this week. So thanks, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Okay. Excellent.
Sweet.
Thank you, AJ. You did a great job.
No problem.